Hello, my name is Jason Shenoi, and this is my presentation speech for the upcoming presentation speech for the online course of GT Online Independence Study. My mentor is Pratim Biswas, and my topic is bioaerosols. I'd like to start off my speech with an introduction to what I'm about to say, of course. Why are bioaerosols so important? What do they have to do with me, and why should I care? All of these are great questions that I would like to ask the audience member or imply asking the audience member in my introduction to help them focus on what this presentation is going to be about. All these questions are generalized to enticing their mind about bioaerosols. And through these questions, I hope to grasp their attention on the upcoming presentation. So the problems. I'd like to go into the second in my presentation because it starts getting the mood more focused on why we should care about bioaerosols, as the last question in the previous slide stated. One of the problems that I would like to address is conveying the enormity of these aerosols. Now, as you know from my previous speeches, that there are abundance of bioaerosols in the environment. I would like to convey the large numbers of these in a way that the audience member would grasp, hopefully by making comparisons, which are extremely hard to make, but through those comparisons, I like to get the audience members enticed about these bioaerosols. Give varying examples of the scope of their impact. Well, bioaerosols don't necessarily always kill, but they don't necessarily always are inert. So these complete extremes are extremely hard to differentiate in some people's minds. And I hope through my presentation that I'm able to impress upon the scope of these organisms. Lastly, I want to imprint an interpretation on my audience, how bioaerosols need to be cared about and why they should care about them as well. So some of the outstanding parts of my project before my presentation, so I need to finalize my protocol. Now, the only things that I have outstanding in my protocol is to get it approved by the school board and sum up some last-minute adjustments to the grammar and the design of it. I also need to adjust it to the school foundation so I'm able to get it accepted by that system. I need to also improve my robot. The robot is almost complete, except I need to add the aerosol sensors onto the top of it. And in combination with the robot and protocol, I hope that businesses and other companies are able to use this system in order to decrease the numbers of bioaerosols in their surrounding environment and also live in a safer area. Through these two parts of my project, I hope to increase awareness and understanding in my speech. So the problems I need to solve for these two parts listed in the previous slide. Where my wheels connect to my gears. This was a hard problem to solve, and I still am looking into it. It should take me about a week more. And how the protocol will be accepted by my school. As I stated before, there is a lot of technicalities that I need to connect before I can start working on this, adapting this protocol into the school. And one of the technicalities is there is a lady who works in the safety department of KDISD who has not responded to me with an email. Once I get that email, I'm able to start on my project and get everything set. So some of the TED Talk elements I'd like to use in my speech is starting off with a story. Now, I started off with a story last presentation that I did, except it wasn't taken on as a great example. I compared bioaerosols with mosquitoes, and this was not appreciated as much as I hoped it would be. So for the actual presentation, I would like to choose a better example and a better comparison. Now, it will take me some time to find it, so I will get back to you on that. I like to connect with my audience in my speech. I did a bad job of doing that in previous presentations, and I hope that I can improve upon this in the future or in my speech. I want to talk with gestures more because I realized in other presentations and in other TED Talks that it was a really, really good way to connect with my audience, which is a major thing that I want to do in the rest of my presentations. But talking with gestures seems like a suitable way to connect with my audience, and I hope that I will be able to do that. The end. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you enjoyed it.
So good.
My gosh.